Alchemist Astrologer, and this is your May forecast for Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon. You are represented by the Ten of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. So for some of you, there may be a sense of loss, victimization, betrayal. It could be that you feel pinned to some kind of circumstance that's uncomfortable for you. And it may be that nothing is moving along as you want. There's a standstill. You can't push a situation forward. Or something has actually overwhelmed you because it's taken off so quickly. You also have the Six of Pentacles. So this is about getting what is due you, getting what you deserve. So you're at the end of some kind of cycle, again, where you feel a loss, but there is a new sense of purpose about taking care of something. Perhaps the Ten of Swords is the end of a cycle where now things are going to improve, the worst is over. And the Ten of Swords may simply be a mindset where you feel victimized. But the lesson really is you have to pick up and dust yourself off and keep moving and dealing with your responsibilities. So you may be rounding the corner to some kind of success. Again, perhaps you felt betrayed or victimized. Maybe this was some exchange with your partner. Maybe your partner was giving attention to others. There's a sense that the scales need to be balanced. And for some of you, you're looking at all of your opportunities and trying to be very efficient in your choices. There's a new sense of purpose here where you want to improve something, either emotionally, financially. You want to provide better stability for yourself. And in fact, your situation may turn out well toward your interests. So some of you are going to get the recognition that you've been seeking. You're definitely becoming more conscientious about a situation, and perhaps you're bringing an end to something that was much needed. And it may have to do with the attainment, again, of some success, some kind of recognition, where you rebalance something. This may be a legal concern. It may be where you're trying to make sure that assets are distributed properly between you and your partner, or perhaps it is, redistributing responsibilities, parenting concerns, or an important choice that you have to make between two opportunities, to people, to circumstances. But again, you're trying to have an exchange where you get what you deserve and bring the end to a situation. Now, your partner is represented by the Five of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. There could be a history here that you're dealing with, a no-win situation, or your partner feels that way, where perhaps you've been going around in circles trying to either get something going between the two of you or to end something. It could be that your partner simply wants to do their own thing. They have the freedom card here. So your partner may be looking out for number one. Maybe they're not listening to you, or they want to go their own way. It could be some one-upmanship, some competitive interaction between the two of you. But perhaps your partner is dealing with a no-win situation. And the Ten of Swords may indicate some kind of serious illness or challenge. So your partner may be focused on taking care of themselves, practicing some self-love, especially if there's been a lack of confidence. Maybe this person has been neglecting their health or their appearance because they just don't feel good about where they are right now. So now is the time for them to really have that serious talk with self and accept whatever is going on with them. Maybe they're taking some time to heal, and perhaps they really can't have the relationship that you're seeking because they need to care for themselves, and until they do that, they're not able to have a rewarding relationship. The romance is characterized by this Ten of Cups. So maybe there's some family matters. Maybe the two of you are longing to be close to one another, or one of you is. So this is about sharing something, sharing your good feelings, your wealth, your prosperity, this sense of well-being. And so for some of you, you're feeling this emotional peak. You're longing to be close to this person, or this other person is longing to be close to you. But again, one of you may be taking a time out and seeking greater freedom in order to attend to your own needs. So the Ten of Cups says that, you want to be close to somebody, but somebody could also be passive aggressive. Maybe they're playing games, or they're not being forthcoming in what they want. Now, negatively, this means that you feel like your partner should be on your team, that you're working toward the same goals, and yet your partner seems to be resistant to that. In fact, in many ways, your partner may be working against you, or vice versa. You also have the Queen of Wands, which is again about getting some form of recognition or attention. Some of you may be dealing with a fire sign. This could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female, or just the traits of this queen are important. And she's very passionate about what she wants. She is, comfortable with her physicality. She's very protective of her family, her friends. But in the seeking of recognition or attention, she may be taking it to the extreme. And so perhaps she needs a little bit too much, or she pushes in ways that becomes demanding, where she actually undermines what she's seeking. And instead of getting the attention that she wants, she ends up being shunned. So one of you may be imposing on the other in ways that aren't comfortable. There's some kind of secret behind all of this, and perhaps there's a new relationship on the horizon. Maybe you're planning your future together with this person. Maybe this is something that is behind the scenes or secretive. Again, maybe one of you is waiting until the other one can heal or have more freedom. But something is on the horizon. The future is in focus. But the problem is this Queen of Cups. Now, this could be a maternal figure. It could be a water sign person. This would be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female. Positively, she provides security, nourishment. This could be a situation where you've met somebody and you feel totally infatuated with their presence. They have a good impact on you. They make you want to have a new sense of purpose and make some changes, be healthier, think a different way, live your life a different way in a more positive manner. However, this Queen of Cups is a problem. And so there's something about those issues, the nurturance, the comfort, the security, that may run to the extreme. Maybe she's overly emotional. Maybe she's guilt-inducing. Maybe she's emotionally manipulative, or she's not in control of her own emotions, making her moody or prone to depression, or being passive-aggressive in some way. And it ties to some kind of an agreement. Now, again, this may be a legal agreement, or it could be some kind of confrontation that you've had with her, or perhaps somebody is speaking a truth and the other one doesn't want to hear it. But this is about trying to get some clarity. Now, maybe somebody is taking care of themselves. They're seeking greater freedom, and you're having difficulty gaining clarity about who this queen is, because this is a queen, although she's a very good listener, she's empathic, she's intuitive, she may be creative, she may be in a profession where those skills are important. But she's difficult to know. There's a mystique surrounding her. And so you never get behind that wall quite. And so perhaps there's an issue getting to the bottom of something. And either one of you may be reticent to make the first move or move forward on something. And that could be an issue. So for some of you, this is about the boldness of putting something out there or trying to tread lightly with regard to an agreement. Perhaps there's been some kind of argument, confrontation that was a bit bitter. Maybe some harsh words were said, or maybe there's difficulty in communicating, some kind of a breakdown in discussions that ties to a history, maybe a long-term relationship. This could be parental in nature. It could be past conditioning and history, but this is some long-established relationship where it's possible that there's a great age difference or a financial status difference, or, trying to improve this relationship with time. The underlying influence is this Page of Swords. This could very well be you, or another air sign. This could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Somebody's probing. They're trying to find something out, and there could have been some bad news, or maybe there's some documentation or paperwork or checks or something, connected to business or paperwork that needs to be attended to, but somebody may be trying to pry into someone's affairs, especially if one of you is withdrawn or there's been an ending or some kind of argument. This is a page who can be argumentative, problematic, sarcastic, or this person can work as a mediator to resolve some kind of conflict. So you may be involved in some kind of negotiations, whether those are legal in nature or just trying to right the scales, to rebalance something. But one of you may also be the instigator of some kind of conflict. Whatever this is about communication, making some changes in the way that you relate. And it's possible that you have the opportunity to come together, to have a meeting of the minds, and to find a common ground, a consensus. But how you relate to one another really is going to determine where this relationship is headed, and whether you're going to become closer to someone you're interested in or whether you're going to become estranged. So if you're involved with somebody where there's difficulty in communication, you may find that the relationship has changed, and maybe it's changed in ways that are unsettling, uncomfortable, and inexplicable. But for others of you, there's an opportunity to make some improvement, and some small changes could make a big difference emotionally and socially. Now, you also have this explore, so perhaps you're trying to find out about some kind of travel issue or expanding in some way, financially, emotionally, pushing some boundaries, whatever that may mean to you. And there could be a need to find a new approach. Maybe you're going to try something new because there's been some kind of discord, an argument, a confrontation, a disagreement, a disturbance, something where maybe winning at all costs was important, and that's become problematic. The advice is intimacy happens before the physical. So for some of you, this is really a message about getting to know somebody, and being physical is not the equivalent of being intimate. You know, how you are speaking, what words you're saying, what are the questions that you're asking? Are you getting to the core with the other person in your dialogue? Intimacy starts there before you move to something physical. The outcome is this Four of Swords and strength. So the strength of something, whether the ability to take a break, maybe this is about traveling, taking a vacation. There's a sense that nothing is moving forward. And maybe that's calling upon all of your strength to deal with. There's a lack of movement, a lack of communication. Now, if things are going well, this may be a welcome break, a time out, again, for one of you to recuperate, to recover, to heal in some way. And your physical strength or emotional strength may be an issue, either you or your partner. But for others of you, this is about trying to figure out what your next move is going to be. And, you know, whether you have the strength and courage to move forward. The Strength card says that, and for some of you there's a tie to a Leo. The Strength card says, though, that your strength of character, your leadership, your courage, your ability to be steadfast in your devotion to someone, your loyalty, is going to be important. But this card also can mean that nothing is going on because somebody has a fear. There's a reticence, maybe based on the strength of an argument you had. If somebody was being domineering or aggressive or bullying or trying to overpower the other one. This is a card of gentle persuasion, wielding influence through your magnetism, your charm, your diplomacy. It's also saying that perhaps there's an issue of fear, doubt, and a lack of confidence, where again somebody needs to heal. There's a sense of victimization or betrayal. And so the Strength card says that beware of allowing your fears to guide your decisions and settling for something, and indeed not getting what you deserve with this Six of Pentacles, where things are not fair, they're not equal, the scales are not balanced. And so, if you're afraid that you're not enough, or that you're not attractive enough, or smart enough, or good enough, your fear can cause you to settle for less. So you're trying to figure out what to do with regard to perhaps your romance, your children, some creative issue, and something is going to be revealed where there's been some grief. Perhaps there's been a disappointment, a hurt, a betrayal, a loss because of some kind of separation. Or again, maybe you were indeed victimized. So somebody is dealing with some grief, either you or your partner. And there's a need to perhaps seek greater freedom. There's been a history. There could have been family issues, marital problems, arguments over wealth, what's fair, and going around in circles and not getting any resolution because one of you wants to do their own thing, or they're not giving out the attention that's deserved. Now you have one major card, and that is this strength card. So it's very important. So your emotional strength, your physical strength, your sense of confidence, your ambition, your ego, your drive, your libido, all of those things are in focus. Again, though, you have this no-win situation going in circles, and you're weighing your options about that. Perhaps it deals with some opportunity, whether that is to travel, to join in an alliance with someone, opportunities that abound elsewhere, job opportunities, finances. You're weighing your options about what to do, and you're going to have to trust yourself, have confidence in the strength of your decisions, because if not, again, you may be vulnerable to being exploited. But you're going to also have to make decisions based on fact and not just your ego or assumptions. And this has to do with partnerships, agreements, whether you're receiving what you put in, whether things are equal, whether they're fair, whether they're balanced. However, you have a lot of areas of life that are closing out for you. There is a total collapse in the life path. So you're, closing out various chapters of your life in order to move in a new direction. So whatever this is, it's leading to a rebirth for you in some way. And of course, that may very well tie to your partner. This has to do with some kind of benefit that you are receiving through others, or some kind of favor. So this is a month where there are going to be some challenging developments. Something that has to do with out there, broadening your horizons, expansion, again, pushing the boundaries, whatever that means. And in the interim, having to tie up some loose ends. You will likely reach your objective, whatever that may be, although it will be in a different time frame and in a different package than you first envisioned. And this also has to do with your sense of security. Your decisions are going to be driven by how secure you feel. What kind of stable foundation can you lay for yourself? How do you fit in? Are you being recognized? Are you getting what you deserve? Are you getting the attention that you should be receiving? Or are you settling because of fear? And it also has to do with opportunities that have the potential to change your life in some way. They're very future oriented. And so you're going to be making decisions that tie to your security, to your future, and the people that have strong influence over that. All right, Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to subscribe, and of course hit that notify bell. And let's make some positive change in your relationship. Let's create a love revolution.